welcome back to 24 Days of Christmas. Oh, I cannot believe that we are so close. I think it's like by the time this video goes up, it's like 4 or 5 days away from Christmas, which is, oh my gosh, it's crazy. I am going to apologize in advance for my voice. I have a stuffy nose, a bad cough, and I just feel like absolute crap. So that's why I sound a little bit like this. So today I'm going to be bringing you guys my Christmas favorites, my holiday favorites for the season. And so because Christmas is 24 Days of Christmas is almost at the end, which is kind of sad to me. Well, without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so I've got all my Christmas favorites here on my phone. I texted it to myself. So the first question is, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Elf, for sure. Who doesn't love Elf? I think Elf is such a cute Christmas movie and I love it. I laugh at it every single time. I think it is the most awesome movie ever. So yeah, Elf. My favorite Christmas tradition would have to be putting up the tree with the family every year. We make hot chocolate, we pull out all the decorations. We got a new tree this year because our bulbs died out last year, so that was really nice. And we just had a lot of fun this year. Like this year, I don't know what it was, but we just had a lot of fun putting together the Christmas tree. And it was just really, really nice. Also, the other one would have to be going and looking at Christmas lights every year. There's a particular neighborhood where I live where they go all out for Christmas, and there's this one little shack where they have like an actual like hot chocolate / snacks shack, and it's kind of amazing what they do every single year. And I think it's so cool and it brings so much joy. And so we just will go in the car, bundle up, get in the car, bring some hot cocoa, and we will go look at these Christmas lights, and that is one of my favorite things. My favorite Christmas gift that I've ever received is my purity ring. Now, I'm not talking about this one, but I'm talking about a different one that you guys have probably seen a million times. It's currently too big for me right now because I don't know, like my finger shrank or something. So I'm actually a size 5.5, and that is a 6, and so every time I wear it, it starts sliding off and it makes me really nervous because it's a really beautiful and expensive ring. So I wear this one, which is a 5.5, I believe, which is still a little bit too big, but that's okay. My favorite holiday outfit would definitely have to be a cozy sweater dress, like a chunky knit sweater dress with some leggings and fuzzy socks. Or a knit sweater with black jeans and some knee-high boots, which are heeled. Those are some pretty dope holiday outfits. Favorite makeup products for the holidays would definitely have to be these four right here. These are my cannot live without products. So I have here the Motives Cosmetics Fiber Lush Mascara. So amazing. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes today, and it makes me feel like my lashes are just so va-va-voom and so gorgeous. This lipstick right here from Bare Minerals, they no longer carry it, which I'm really sad about. But it's in Raise the Bar. This is their Marvelous Moxie lipstick, and I really like the lipstick packaging. It looks really nice. It's very sturdy, and the shade is really, really nice. It's like a kind of like a deep plum. And then this Motives Shimmer Powder in this shade Starshine is just a lovely, nice golden highlight shade, which I really, really enjoy. And then the Lorac Pro palette, strictly though, for this gold shade. I'm wearing it on top of a copper shade today, but basically I did my entire eyes using this palette with the exception of one shade. And I love the way it turned out, by the way. But I love taupe and I love gold. Those are the main reasons I use this palette. I use every single one of these shades in the palette, to be completely honest with you. There's not one that I haven't touched, but I do love these two in particular. Gold and taupe are my favorites. My favorite Christmas story, that would have to be, I think it's called, what is it called? One Winter's Night by Ruth Graham Bell. I love that story. It's the story of basically creation to the crucifixion in a very condensed book, which I think is really, really cool. And I don't know, it's just a very warm story, and it reminds me of the true reason of Christmas. Favorite Christmas scent? I would have to say definitely cinnamon, and then also gingerbread. I do really like gingerbread. The smell of gingerbread makes me feel really festive, but cinnamon makes me feel really cozy. So if I had to pick between cinnamon and gingerbread, I would definitely have to go with cinnamon. Favorite Christmas memory? Okay. The most vivid Christmas memory that I have, honestly, like, I don't have very many memories of Christmas. Like, we have Christmas, you know, we have Christmas every year at my grandparents' house, which is always really nice. And then, you know, we have our Christmas Eve celebrations here with the family. But I do remember this one, like, very vivid memory from when I was really young. And this was Christmas dinner with, I think it was Christmas Eve dinner with my Oma, who is my mom's mom, who passed away 10 years ago this year. So my Oma, she was a wonderful woman, and she loved her grandkids. She wasn't really too much around when my little sister was born. She died after barely a year of, you know, her being alive. But I really loved my Oma, and I always loved going over to Oma's house. I loved hanging out with Oma and, you know, my aunt. And so my grandpa was a fire captain. He just has the craziest stories, and he has the funniest stories too. And so it always makes Christmas dinner hilarious, because my grandpa will always be talking about, you know, his experiences or, you know, whatever, but majority of these stories are absolutely hilarious. And so he just spent, I think, 45 minutes just storytelling, and I was just mesmerized, and it was hilarious. So Grandpa, can we please do that again this year for Christmas dinner, because that would be pretty cool. Please. I love you. My favorite Christmas song would have to be a toss-up between Oh Holy Night and Walking in a Winter Wonderland. I love both of those songs. They're both so very different. So, but yeah, I like both of those songs. To be completely honest, and I'm going to sound like a total Grinch, but I really don't like Christmas music. I really can't stand listening to it unless it's done by Pentatonics. So, yeah, but I do like, I love Oh Holy Night. I think it's such a beautiful song. And Walking in a Winter Wonderland is really fun. So, yeah, I like that one. Favorite Christmas food? Okay, so I don't have a favorite Christmas food, because for Christmas dinner, my grandpa makes this amazing spread. And my dad and I used to recreate it for our staff when our staff was smaller, for our church. And so when our staff was smaller for church, we would kind of duplicate this dinner, and it was everyone's favorite dinner. We would have it at our house, but now it's way too big. Our staff and our families have grown exponentially, so we no longer do that, because that is a lot of work. So I think we stopped that a couple years ago, but Christmas dinner is so delicious. Like, my grandpa will make prime rib, he will make twice baked potato, he will make a green bean casserole, which is literally, like, it's the most epic green bean casserole you will ever try in your life. It is so good. It's not just any green bean casserole. It is the best green bean casserole. And then they'll put out rolls. What else? I feel like there's other things. I think that might be it, actually. And then he gets horseradish. There's this particular rub that he puts on the prime rib that makes it what it is. And it is so good. So good. It's the dinner we look forward to every single year. And I don't know, it's just such a nice dinner. My grandmother, she is in charge of all the desserts, I suppose, and she lays out this amazing spread of desserts as well. So yeah, that is my favorite part about Christmas dinner, is all of it. Christmas Day or the build up to Christmas? Honestly, that's hard. I honestly feel like this year was, the build up to Christmas was hard, because I don't know, I've just been going through a lot right now, and so for me, I'm just not in a festive place where I'm like, ooh, Christmas, it's almost Christmas. Like, for me, I'm like, oh my god, it's almost Christmas. Oh my god, it's almost the new year. Oh my god, it's YAGP. Oh my gosh, it's almost exams. Oh my gosh, like, final performance. Oh my gosh, graduation. Like, it's, like, right now, my mind isn't necessarily comprehending what's happening in the most positive way. It's more giving me anxiety. So I feel like Christmas Day is going, for this particular year, is going to be really, really great. And the build up to Christmas, not so much. However, last year, I loved the build up to Christmas last year, and last year I spent pretty much all of Christmas Day trying to put up this video that took like 4 hours to upload, and so I just spent like 4 hours stressing about this thing that wouldn't upload. So yeah, that was my Christmas last year. My favorite Christmas decoration, my favorite Christmas decoration this year by far is definitely the DIY lights and Christmas tree, my Christmas tree wall. I love that. I'm gonna do that next year too, because I did not realize how much I love it, and I think it's just amazing. I think I did pretty good, to be honest with you. So, favorite Nutcracker character? Spanish Queen, for sure. Spanish Queen or Arabian Queen? Sugar Plum Fairy, maybe it's just the music, but I'm just like, I'm so over Sugar Plum Fairy. I would love to be Spanish Queen. These are my dream roles for Nutcracker. Sugar Plum, yes, because it's the most principal role that you can perform, and I love the pas de deux and the coda. I don't like the variations so much, but I love the pas de deux and coda, so that is the reason I want to do Sugar Plum. Spanish Queen, yes, I love Spanish Queen. And Arabian Queen. Even though that I would have to be put on stage in sheer pants and a bra top again, which I'm not so keen about, I would do it again because I think the dancing is so beautiful, and I think if Arabian is done right, it looks so cool, and it makes me want to dance it, because if it's done right and it looks good, that's what makes me want to dance it. So yeah. And my favorite Nutcracker memory would definitely have to be me performing in Moscow Ballet's Nutcracker when I was 7, because it's every girl's dream, I feel, to, you know, be a ballerina or something like that. I mean, like, okay, 8 out of 10 girls' dreams is to be, like, a ballerina or, like, a princess when they're younger, you know? And so I feel like the closest thing you can get to being a princess is a ballerina, because you get to play all these different princesses and you get to play fairy tale characters, and it's really, really fun, and it's really, really enlightening, and, like, I don't know, it's something super lighthearted, and I just really, really love it. So yeah, that is my favorite part of Nutcracker, was just getting to live my dreams. Like, for me, that was my dream, was to be in a ballet, to be in a pretty costume and wear a tiara and run around the stage. That was my dream at the time, and ever since that day, I was like, I want to be a professional ballerina. 11 years later, I still want to be a professional ballerina. So that concludes my Christmas favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. There are only a few days left of 24 days of Christmas, and you guys have been so supportive, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.